Hello, so welcome all of ladies and gentlemen here. So now we start right now for the training today, for the very short training course. I'm Jack and I'm the trainer for today. Okay, so now to start right now for the training. So I would like that all of you will have a name tag like this, and then you will be divided for the paper, and then you do the name tags the same to me as now, the name and the nickname as well. Okay, so now you can take the paper, and then after that you can do the name tag first. Okay, so all the lady, boys, and girls. Okay. So we can take the colors. That's what we want, and we take the pens and we. Okay, so the paper will be folded 3 times. We can bring back to the decks. Okay. Okay, so I'm very happy to be the trainer for today. And you know that I know that all of you, maybe some of you have known each other before, but some of you haven't known each other before. So now for the beginning, so you can take several minutes to introduce yourself very briefly about, let's say, about 1 minute for each person. Starting from that boy and then to all the females and then to all the girls and then coming to the end. Okay, so could you please introduce about yourself first?
Yes, so hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Juan, and my English name is Tchen. Which now I'm working at the International Airport, which is related to 100% English, and we also communicate with the logistics, working in the controlling flight center. So I hope that this studies doing mechanics a lot of work to and we can know more each other a lot and good job with it and come to nice. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Daniel Han. Okay, and then could you please introduce yourself?
Hi everybody, yeah, it's my name here at home now, and and phone camera. And I work for Engish as customer service for in RT field. Project for Microsoft. However, just quit 1 week ago, and I will be looking for a new job in Bangkok for Indonesia.
Okay, so thank you for now for Emma. Okay, so the next girl, very lovely girl.
Hello everyone. Let me introduce about myself. Currently, I'm a student. I'm a senior at a university and majoring in tourism management. And so the reason why I am here today because in the future I like to be a tour guide. So I know you're decided to train to guide and provide information for the guide as well. Guide will be with you. So I hope that we have a successful course today, and I hope that I will learn a lot with this course.
Okay, so thank you, Emily. Okay, and then about honey. Okay.
I'm Henry, and I'm working. I am working in the for I already said I'm out
Okay, so what company you're working for?
and maybe I will go to
A A IV. Okay, so okay, thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. And then how about you, the next girl?
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mel, and my current name is Taylor. And two from the accounting company. And so
Okay, so thank you, Kayla, Nguyen. Okay, so how about you, Sky?
Okay, hi guys. My name is Duke and I'm from Sky. I'm 21 years old and I'm a student at University of Measuring Management. So I was about to get into tonight. It's my year. It's one a bit later. Because like what I have no answer really in it. So it's my privilege here to learn about it. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Vivek. Okay, so, so now the first one is for the introduction. And so now I think that, that we have 6 attendees today. So I will divide it for the 2 teams. Okay, so that one team's for the 1 boys and 2 girls. And I think that with the divided and then the contribution, let's say about, yes, so about the teams right now, that's okay and that's fine. Okay, so that we can take the paper and then we will write down the name of the team and the slogan of the team. One team will have the 3 members. Okay, so now we can take the papers and then after that we think about the slogan of our team. Okay. Okay, you can take the small one. Take the small one as well. Okay, so what others? Creating the game, creating the name of the teams. Have 1 minute and then think about the slogan of the team. Okay, so time's up. And now let's see the result of each team. Okay, so please the first team. Okay, so now can you explain about the meaning of the first team? Okay, now can you read down loud about our name of the team first and then slogan of the team for every person here to listen.
Okay, so my team name is Whatever. They come up with this name because like before I qualify and I'm single name for the person. That's why I choose a whatever name.
Okay, so whatever we do the
Yes,
best.
it has meaning behind whatever we do the best.
Okay.
So it's really.
Yeah, thank you very much, and I think that is a very, very good one. Very good spirit for the team. Okay, thank you very much. And then you can take the sticker and stick it to the wall. Okay, so how about the second team?
So my name is our team is Gamers.
Gamers.
Because we gonna go with a play hardware and do it together.
Okay.
With a good result. So we like the solution is to have fun together because because we are working on team, so we have different characteristics. So we're gonna make is better together.
Okay, so thank you about have fun together. Okay, so gamers. Okay, so we have for 2 groups and for 2 teams, please. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, you can take the stick and sticker and stick it to the wall. Okay, so now that's time for the introduction for 2 the groups. So now we well know each other. So we know each other already. We knew each other already. Okay, so now we move to before coming to the main part of today. So we do a very fun things. For example, like I will teach you about 9-step dancing today. Okay, so could you please stand up and then I will teach you about the dancing. Okay, so let me dance first and then after that I will show you the step by step. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, no, now's the time for you to pay attention. Don't follow me. Okay, don't follow me. Just see what I do. Okay, and then after that I will show you the step by step how to do that. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, high 10. High 10. Okay, thank you. High 10. Okay, thank you. And high 10 to all the class. All the class, high 10 together. All the class, high 10 together. Okay. Okay, so thank you very much.
Okay, so thank you very much for the class. Okay, so before coming to the main part of today, so we use the time for listening to the classroom. So as everywhere, yes. So when in all the training class, in all training courses, we need to have a classroom. So the first rule is no phone on the class. So we have to switch up or keep it silent to do not disturb to another person. Okay. So the second one is participation. Okay, with the participation, you have to focus on the training. Okay, so at every time, if I clap the hand, if you don't follow me, so you will be punished. Okay.
So remember, every time if I clap the hand, so after when I clap the hand, you have to put everything down and then clap the hand together. Okay, so remember that.
Okay, this is the second class rule. And the third one, only English is accepted in the class, so no more English in the class. Yeah, and we just use English in the class only. Okay, so the first one with the no phone. So you know that if I and all the class hearing any phone ringings in the class, so the first will be punished for 100,000 Vietnam for the first one. The second one, the participation. If you don't clap the hands with all the class, and it will be 50,000 Vietnam for each time. The third is only English status. So if I hearing or listening to a person speaking English in class, it will be punished about 20,000 each time. Okay, so everyone clear about that? Yeah. Okay, so all of you agree about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so why no?
Why not win?
Yes.
You mean yes? Okay, so thank you for the class for all the totally agree about that. Okay, so now we move to the main part of this.
This one again. I can feel this one again. Okay, you can do it again, and then I will explain everything to you right now. Yes,
Okay. So, all ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So now I will instruct you how to do that. Okay, so we do this one first. Okay, so I know that some of you have done with this one, but some of you haven't worked with this one. Okay, so we have the 4 columns, and each column with about 6 groups, 6 clusters of words. And this is like some adjectives that describe about the people, characteristic, about the characters of one person, or the trait or personality of one person. So now look through all the 4 columns. In each column, you should choose and circle only one cluster of adjectives that fit you well. Okay? This one that will describe about the trait or the characteristic of each person. Okay, so you choose each group of the adjectives that describe you well. For the whole group, So you know that you have a 6 cluster, 6 group, 6 group of adjective here. You should choose only one group of them in one column. So something that describe you well. Yeah, the circle, the whole group. You can take this one. Okay, so we'll have 1 minute. 1 minute more to circle for the characteristic. Okay, so have you finished for the first one? Finished for the first one?
Yes.
Okay, so almost of you have finished for the first one. So now time for me to give some instruction for you to do the second paper. The second paper, this one, you know that also have the 4 columns. And each column have about 12 adjectives. You know that. Now look at the slide. So you have almost about 48 adjectives, and you know. So you can choose the signal. You will take the signal X to the adjectives that you think that you have that adjectives when you stay at the office, yeah? And then the signal O when you stay at home. Yeah? And if some adjectives that you don't have that adjective inside, so you just leave it blank. Okay? X for stay at the office, you think that you have that behavior or that characters when you stay at the office. And then the 0, like O, you put O for stay at home. For example, you have that characters at home. Yeah, the one characteristic that can be both at home or at the office. Okay, boys and girls, have you ever feel that you failed for the communication before? Have you ever failed in one relationship that you try to communicate with the people, but you think that you didn't succeed to do that? Yeah. Just because you don't know the style of communication of the opposite people. Yeah. I'm sure that you have tried many times like that, and you have many kind of experiences like that before. Yeah, that's the reason why today I will deliver a training session about the customer profile. For example, like the characters or the trait or personality of every people around you. So when you recognize or realize what types of them belong to, so we can communicate effectively with them. Okay. In about let's say about 2 hour training session. So I just give you something like the introduction or what is the customer profiles and what is kind of the personality and the trait of the customer only. We can, that the half of the bread is still the bread, but the half of the truth is not the truth. And that's just about with the limited time of the 2 hour training. So we just know about some definitions and some characteristics that you can learn by yourself at home. Or, that I will deliver the handout for you so you can research at home. If you have any things you want to know more about that, so you can contact me after the training session. Okay, start with the customer profile. With the customer profile, today we'll learn about the objectives today. The target of today is to define the normal behavior and the DISC model. The second one is to communicate with the different behaviors. And the third one is to identify the customer characteristics and to apply in the different selling style. That the selling is bigger than you think. Yeah? The selling is not only sell and buy, like you have the services and you have the good and you sell and buy that. But actually in every communications, every day, every person is the customer. For example, like I am the teachers and you are the trainer and you are the training. So I'm the trainers, I'm the sellers, and you are the buyers of the services. And actually the trainers also like the seller. Yeah. And then the trainings will be like buyers as well. And for example, like the husband, and the wife also like kind of the customer of each other as well. And for example, like the boss and the staff also like kind of the internal customer of each other. For example, like the boss also like the customer of the staff, and the staff also the customer of the boss as well. Okay, so in every communications relationship, so we are the customer and the sellers of each other, and that's the reason why that I will tell about the application of DSC in the selling to apply the different selling style today. If you feel that it's very difficult, so you can stay here.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see.
Okay. And then the DISC model that was invented, and that was written by the doctors William Marston. He did graduate from Harvard University, and after he graduated from university, he had the book for emotion of normal people that published in the 1928, and that book is like the referral or the source for the DISC. After that, the other following person, like the followers, they based on the emotion of the normal people, the book of the Williams, so they developed the theory of the DISC. So you know that he believed that in every people, that will have the four fields and the four corners of each person. And you know that one person will have like motivated by four intrinsic drive, and that will be represented by the D, I, S, and C. Okay, so the DISC model, it's just like the oneness model, and it's very objective and the descriptive, and it's not the subjective and substantial. Okay. Okay, so mentioned about the objectives and descriptives, and rather than the subjectives and judgmental. I just wonder, how do you understand about the words objectives and descriptive, and the subjective and judgmental? Okay. Anyone having their answer for that?
So being objective means being unbiased, so they don't like rely on certain thing. They stay in middle and to stay balanced to different ideas.
Okay.
And descriptives are like instead of giving their own opinion, they should try to describe a thing in their like a kind of conventional language. So they don't give their own opinion, they don't show their idea about it, they just give a neutral thing about one thing or one event, something like that. So anyways, another conceptually of the subjective in Japan.
Okay, so all about the human behavior. With the DISC, it is the oneness model, the model, and that it's the objectives and descriptives. It means something, for example, someone who is, they will not focus on who is bad or who is good, and that, so they just describe one person. So Mr. A has some features and some trait or some personality like that, but they will not judge that person is bad or good. Okay. So this oneness model that will not analyze the qualitatives, the qualities and the ethical behaviors of one person, will not evaluate the people like good or bad, or they don't measure intelligence, knowledge, or skill. For example, like if you are the person who have the blood types, let's say about the group A, or let's say about how many blood types do you remember? O, A, B, and then A and D. Okay, so formally we have like 4 main types of the blood types. Okay, so that's the same like the DSC. So the DSC model. Let's say like you are having like the blood types of the blood type A or the blood type B, or blood type AB, or blood type O. So they will not recognize or they will not classify one person with the type A or the type B is good and the type O is not very good. Okay, so they just describe some characteristics or some traits that belong to that kind of this group only. Actually, the DISC can be applied to every fields in everyday life. Yes. Okay, so I have the test, and you know that this one is like the story about the test of the elevator test. For example, I will show you about the elevator test. For example, that someone inside, there are 4 people inside the elevators already, and now you are the person who want to go inside elevators. Yeah, and then there are 4 guys inside elevators already. And could you please think of how many reactions when you try to get inside of the elevators, and how can they react to you? Yeah.
So let's say, because that situation, occurs every day when we go to the floor 8 and attending the lecture. So let's say at 12:20, so we have to enter the class, but once I rush to the elevator, but the elevator might be full or not. I'm not sure about that. But this one who tried to like said to me that come in. So maybe there's one person to encourage you to enter that, but maybe there's another one. If you don't ignore something, just one to let it be and react nothing. And maybe one person just they rush to the class and they afraid that they might be late to enter the class or they might not.
Okay, so I think that this will be like the group discussion, and we have about 5 minutes. So each team will be divided 1 paper, and then you can write out all the reactions that you might think of when you try to go inside elevators. Okay, you can take the A0 for writings.
It's nice what you say.
Okay, so 1 more minute. So you can take the sticker to put on the wall, and then after that you can make the presentation. So choose the presenters for the groups. Choose the presenter for the groups. Now I want you to stick on the wall and to avoid the logo.
The sticker is too large to cover it. Firm.
We have a lot of stickers.
That's two size stickers. This one is not effective enough.
Now remember that you have
Okay, so put it higher to make the ball go.
Okay, so time's up for that group. The gamers, please be quick, please. Okay. This one, no. Okay, so starting with the group, whatever. Okay, so the group whatever can choose a presenter to make the presentation about the group discussion, please.
Sakila, you go first.
Yeah. I will be representing from one group to tell about how many reactions when someone answered the elevator. And I think the first one is the noise guy because they are very hurry and they need someone to answer the elevator go to the right as quick as possible. And the second one is the generous guy, and that is the person who will hold the button and keep the door open and let the newcomer enter. And the third guy is careless. They will stand, no rush, no hurry, so they just wait for something for it and
It
make
just
no
stands,
reaction.
it just stands still, showing no emotion or expression.
And also there are some guys who very mean. They press the button so quickly so the newcomer can enter the elevator. And some there are only
We have some gossip guys in there.
they talk about the newcomer. They just about their clothes, their behavior, or something like this. And the last one we think is the scalpers. They calculate the capacity of the elevator. They calculate the number that the elevator can sustain.
Okay, so thank you for the groups, whatever, the team, whatever. Okay, so now for the gamers, please make the presentation about the groups, about the fightings, so how many reactions.
Last day, we reacted to the group. Let's say the first one, the guy or girl back. They would make doing more and they don't care much about the newcomer. So they can like listen to music or talk to the friend or something, read book or something. They don't care about the newcomer that they are rushing to into the elevator. So the second group is that the guy that tried to invite you and actually elevator or is trying to press the button to open the elevator in case that it's closed already. And the first group is that this one is the one that they are not rushing to enter or to attend classes because they may be afraid that they will be late or slightly attend point. And the fourth one is that the guy is always complaining about it. And they may not easily get angry and fast and not satisfied with the situation that they want to try and
Okay, so thank you for the two groups, and the big hand for two groups, please. Okay, so you know that after checking about the group discussion, so you know that the result is really similar to what kind of the DRSC models will be representing, and then what they talk about. Okay, so I will show you right now for the result of the elevator test. And actually that the people will be divided for the mainly for 4 groups of people. Okay. So you know that you are the person who wants to go into the elevators. And there is about 4 guys inside the elevator already. And one person, maybe you know that they are very in a hurry. They worry, for example, like they are being late. So that's why they're very rushed and they want to close the door and don't want to wait you. Okay, this is the first guy. And the second guy, so you know that one person is very, very friendly, and then you know that's with the courteous manners. And that person want to hold the door and want to invite you to go inside the elevators. So that's the second guy. Okay, how about the next guy? The next guy will be like kind of very calm. That person very calm. Maybe sometime he will like kind of careless about everything, but he just standing and smiling. Actually, that maybe he's a little bit warm to the newcomer, but he didn't say anything, just smile. Okay, and no reacts more than that. And the next guy, for example, like that person is really, really strict. And you know, for example, like many people inside the elevator already. So that person will count the number of the person inside the elevators and estimate how many kilograms inside the elevators and what is the maximum level of the elevators can carry. And that person will not allow newcomer to get inside, for example, like if it's over the maximum weight. Okay, that's the fourth guy. Okay, so I will tell you about something about, you know, that, for example, like 4 people with the 4 different ways, 4 different people with responding with the same event in the 4 very different ways. The first guy is dominant. That person just focusing on getting somewhere fast. Yeah. The task is the first priority of them. They don't care much about the people. Don't care much about the opposite people. Just focus about their task. The second person, inspiring person, is that person is very, very friendly with every people, not the friend, not the close friend, even like the guy who met, he met for the first time. Yeah. And then with the supportive person, actually that's very calm. And you know, just mind, that person is supportive people. And the person with the cautious is mean that the person wants to make sure that the active person will not exceed the weight limit. Okay, so you know that the person will be divided by the 4 category. And you know that with the first one is divided by the 2 extremes. The first extreme is like the direct one is outgoing personality. And one person is like reserved with the indirect one. And you know that some person is like task oriented. They don't care much about the people because they just care about the task and they want to go somewhere fastest. And some people care much about the people. Let's say that friendly with all the people, and maybe that person is like to be favorable in the class or even in the school. Yes. Okay, so now you can see that with the DISC 1S model, we have a D, I, S, and C. So that represent for the 4 groups of the guy you have mentioned before. We have mentioned before. The first one, let's say about the D for the dominant or like the doers. That person will focus about concentrate about the task or task oriented and the outgoing person. And the next guy, let's say about the I, inspiring people, interesting people, or that person, they will be very outgoing. And then, you know that also they are people oriented as well. Yeah. And then the supportive person or stable people, they also care about the people. The task is not their focus. task is not their focus, but they focus on about the people. How about people feel about them? How about people judge them? Yeah. And then the next guy, about the next guy is the person with the C or the closest, a very confident person. They have their characteristic is the reserve and the task oriented. It means that the guy, that they count the people inside elevators and estimate the weight, and then that they will give something for, let's say, about the maximum weight. Okay. So I try to translate that into the Vietnamese style and into the Vietnamese phrase so that you can remember about that. So the first guy should be D. So group D, so that person is độc đoán, dám nghĩ, dám làm. A kind of that's a little bit bossy. So he's very determined, the doer, the person who really active and really aggressive. That person is độc đoán. And the person I, so maybe you haven't met some guy like this. For example, that guy is very famous inside those school. For example, that guy know every people in all the class, in all the school. Maybe that person. So are you that guy? So you are famous and then favorable in all the school and knows every guys of all the class.
Yeah, I'm the optimistic people. So,
Optimistic people.
And I really outgoing people and easy way to communicate with other people.
Easy to communicate with other people.
And sometimes I'm really realistic.
Okay, so the next person, that person is sunset is like the group of the S people, and then the C people. They very, that they prefer the accuracy, and everything should be exactly. Or that guy should be working in the accounting or the finance, and they working with the numbers, and every number must be correct. Yeah. So they will follow everything like the procedures and all of the discipline. Yeah. In their environment, so their group D and the group I will have more powerful than the environment, because that person, that the group D, that person is a doer and very aggressive, and they also very active and very confident as well. That person very confident, and the number, the letter I's, in I, on out. Yeah, that person also, very famous and favorable among the classmates and among the schoolmates. Yeah, and then the number S and the number C here is less powerful than the environment. For example, that kind of person, they are quite silent in the class. For example, they may know the answer for the question, but they never answer when they are not being asked about the question. They will not raise a hand to answer the question. They just keep inside for themselves. Yeah, that's it. For the group I and for the group C and group S. Okay, and then talking about the unfriendly and unfavorable. Okay, for example, like the group C, with the group C, so the guy, the old way counting the number of the people inside the elevators and don't want anyone else to go to enter the elevators. Of course, that guy should not friendly. Yeah, that person, that actually the unfriendly and unfavorable. And that the group the group D, the group D, because they don't care about the other person. They don't care how the opposite guy feel about them, how the other person judge them. They just care about the business, about the task. Yeah. For example, that person is the leader of the group, they will not care much about the feeling of all the groups. Yeah, they just care that how you did the group work. Have you finished group work? No excuse. So you are late, so it means that you are late. And I will talk very bad to you. Maybe I yelled on the face. I shouted on the face. Okay, I don't care about you will be sad after I talk to you like this way. Because I don't care about the emotion. Yeah, that's like the D person. Yeah. But you know that, the friendly and variable, because the S here is very, very high, and that person is like a little bit slowly. Yeah. The letter S, that person working everything slowly, because that person will focus on the details, everything, the details, and very considerate to all the person. They don't want any person to hate them. They don't want other person to hate them. That's the reason why they don't want to talk any bad thing to the opposite guy, because they care so much about the feeling of opposite people. They will not hurt any people by the words. They try to change the words by the sweet word, yeah, to other people. Yeah. And about the I people. The I people, that will be the person who really, that they will put himself or herself at the center of the group. He or she think that he or she will be the idol of the school. Yes? Actually, that person will be like, they want them to be the centers. Every people have to admire them. Every people have to talk about them. Yeah, they want to be famous in all the school. And that person, that's the reason why that person, they knows many people. Yeah. That person, the networking is very big and very large, but it's not deep. It's not very deep. Yeah. Just on the surface only. Yeah. Okay, so that's what is like some characteristic or some trait that belong to the group D, I, S, and C. So you can read that and research that at home for the 4 groups. Okay, so now we're changing to another part of the training today. This one, we will have the 4 different guys. And that if we communicate with all the people at the same message, if we use one message to talk to all the people, let's say that we communicate with one people with the same speech, so we will fail for that, because one person will have a different communication style. Yeah, for example, like you talk to the Buddha, you have to use the Buddha words. You talk to the ghost, you have to use the ghost words. Yeah. So how you can communicate with the group D? So the key point of group D is the time management, because that they are the person, they really care much about the task oriented. Yeah. So when you talk to the group D, so you should well prepare before talking with them. It means that everything should be clearly, yes? Everything should be clear, and think before you talk to them. And you need to have a plan what to talk. Yeah. And then the next one, present in a clear and accurate way, like keep it short and simple, and go to the targeted goal. Yeah. Okay, so that person, the D, number D, starting the letter D, that person is like the doer. And the doer, the advantage is that they very aggressive, but that person, normally they work like, they are like the leaders or the boss of the companies.
Normally that I have seen a lot of the boss of the company having the D style. So that the D style people, they will care much about the big pictures. When you talk to them, so you have the strategic plan. So you should talk to them for the big picture. Don't mention about the detail, because that person, they will not take time for the details. Yeah. Or for example, like you are a sellers or the shopkeeper of the store. When you have that, you know, the buyer is like the D with the D person. So try to keep it fast. Yeah. Just talk about briefly about the pricing and some benefit only. Don't mention too much about the features and everything of the products, because that person will not have a lot of time to hear about detail of the product, like the features or the characteristic of the product, which they will decide everything quickly. Yeah. So the point is the time. Okay. So with the person, the group D, so we will not chit-chat with them because it will waste of their time. Yeah. And you know that person, they will go straight to the point. Go straight to the point. Don't go around the bush. Yes. And you know that don't go to the detail if they don't ask you. So just provide the detail, further detail, if on being requested only. Okay, so that's also about the letter D. And about the letter I, that person wants to be the listened to, because that person wants to be the centers and want to be famous among the classmates or among the schoolmates or in the crowd, and that person wants to be famous. And that person, you know, that person like in the crowd, one person for the I letter, that person wants to be listened to. Yeah. The letter I also, you have to, when you talk to them, do not go to the detail because they have the same, let's say about some similarity with the group D, because they look at the big picture, look at the big pictures, and give them the opportunity to share ideas. For example, like having time for them to show their skirt. Let's say that they will tell you that where they buy his skirt, her skirt, or his clothes. Okay, and he will talk about something about some rewards or awards, some award or championship that he was awarded, will be rewarded. And then maintain the conversation. For example, that person want to be go shipping. Yeah, want to be go shipping. So ask them, let's say about extended questions so that they can talk about that. Yeah, the open questions. And then the same like the group D, so don't go to the detail. So, you know, that ask them to do something without giving them the opportunity to comment. Don't ask them if you don't give the time for them to express their ideas about that. They want to share about the feeling, they want to share about their ideas about something. Okay, so change to the number, the letter S. That person don't want anyone hate them. Yeah, that person is very considerate and they don't want to hurt anyone else by talking the bad word to the people. So they try to use the sweet word. They don't try to go straight to the point. That's the person. Let's say that S people, they will think before they speak. For example, that how the opposite guy will think when we speak like that way. Yeah. And that's the reason why they put themselves in the shoes of the opposite guy to think about how the words can hurt the opposite people. That's the reason why they will not go straightly to the point, but try to go around the bush and try to find an indirect approach. Yeah. You know that with the S people, that's very, very difficult for you to communicate with. For example, like sometimes when you sell something, you have some product and you want to promote that product to that guy, and they always smile. But you think that they agree with you and they really love the product, but no, that you think wrong. They just smile because you know that they want to be kind to you, not about the product. Yeah. So you know that when every time you want to sell something for the S people, so remember to let them confirm about their idea before moving to the next part. Yes. Okay, so with the S people, should not directly refer to the seller. Yeah, for example, like if you are the salesperson, when you come to the office of the customer, don't talk about the sale revenues, don't talk about the target of the sale, or don't try to convince them to buy the product first. But instead of that, you have to try to offer some conversation before going to the sales or revenues part. For example, like asking about the families, how many people in the families, how about the children, and how about the husband or something like that. Yeah, and that person they really want, and they want to they really prefer to talk about their family, or they want to talk about something like very intimacy. Yeah. And you know that person is really considerate, and that person they don't want to talk to anyone that's very rude. If you are rude to the S people, so it means that you fail forever, because that person they want to be served in a courteous manner. Yeah, very, very courteous manner. The next one, should not think that the silence means agree. Okay. And then the key point of the C letter, so do it right, do it properly. Okay, so you know that with the number C, as I mentioned to you, that guy maybe really care about the fact and figures, really care about the fact and figures and the procedures. So they don't want to talk anything, let's say about the family issues. They don't want to talk about something like personal, but want to talk about the tasks, but about the procedures, something like the fact and figures. For example, like you are selling the machine. The machines are like washing machines to their customer. So tell them, so how big it is, the fact and figure, how big is the washing machines, how many liters, and how many kilograms of the clothes can put it in the washing machines. Yeah, and how many liters of water that will spend for each type of washing. Yeah, and how many kilowatt of electricity that will spend for every time. Yeah, and how many minutes for each type of washing. It's mean about the fact and figures, all about the procedures. Yeah, if you don't provide enough fact and figure, that person might think that you don't have enough ability or enough knowledge about the products that you sell to them, and then you may be failed. Yeah. So for the C person, that person is really, really slowly as well. And you know that person, so don't ask them, should not ask them to make the decision very fast. So the C person will not make the decision very fast because you know that a lot of paper they need to read. Yeah, a lot of fact and figures you need to compare. For example, you are a supplier of one store, but they want to compare with your competitors. They might go shopping around many stores to check whether what is the lowest price for the washing machines before they make a decision to buy which store. Yeah, and before they decide for those stores, but what types of the machine they will buy, they will choose very carefully. Yeah. So the job is to provide the very carefully data, fact and figure to them. Okay. Okay. So that I think that for 1 hour of training or 2 hours of training today, so you may have some introduction about what is DISC, and now that's time for me to check the result of each person, and now we can check the result of each person. So can you tell me, so what group you belong to? Okay, so this one should be the D, I, S, and C. So you know that the result should be like the S person. So you have more S than the D or
I think
C.
you say that each column we choose one.
Hmm?
I think you say that each column we choose one.
Yes, each column will choose one.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. And this one is that you can see that this one is the highest and this one is the lowest.
Yes.
So it means that you do not belong to the group D.
Yes.
That you belong to you belong to the group S
Yes.
and maybe I and C you are not very low. Okay, so that S, but you have a little bit combined and mixing with the I and the C.
Yes, I see.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, that is one. Yeah. Also the D for the lowest,
Yeah.
C for the highest, and then I, C, S. But actually, that before that. I believe that you belong to the group S, and then mixtures a little bit with the I's and C. How about you? How about other comments? You cannot choose. You also belong to the group S. Because that the group S, almost the people belong to the group S. The statistics that show that about 33 or more, about 1/3 of the people in the world belong to group S. How many? 9, 10, 8, 9. How many years? How many? 20? How many? Years? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 10. Just only for about more than 1 hour is not enough for me, and it's very challenging for me to show and to talk everything about the DISC, because the DISC, the full training, extensive training, it should be in about 2 or 3 days, 3 full days.
Yeah, and we just have about 1 hour or more than that, so it's not enough. So it's just like kind of introduction about the DISC, and I hope that you got something. And you know that this one is like the feedback of the training course, and you will be divided, and then tell me about something like some feeling and something that you remember the most. You remember the most. The 3 things that you remember most after the training courses. The training course? Okay.